Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe, and we've got a fantastic community because of you, because you're so kind to each other, and you've been so kind to me. Thank you. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You go down in the description box. I timestamp everything as I go, or you can watch back on like 1.25. So now that I've got all that out of the way, I've got to share with you number one today. And as I'm getting my cards out, I have to tell you, Miss Sarah was kind enough to do questions this morning. And first of all, you guys were making her laugh because people were saying, oh, when is Fani Willis? When does the grand jury reconvene? Another person's like, oh, I'll check. And she's just like, really? So she goes back and she goes into the chat and she's like, it's question number 3. It's in the description box. That whole thing is right there. And then someone came back and said, oh, are we on indictment watch? And she goes back to the chat. She's like, number 3 literally says, are we on indictment watch? And someone else said something, and she's like, it's in the description box. And it was multiple people. It wasn't like, oh, one person, I can't get access to that. No. Multiple people. It's in the description. And finally, somebody, just before I came on, someone in the chat said, thank you, Sarah. Thank you for it. I just read through everything in the description box. It's really good. Thank you, Sarah. And she was talking to me, and she was leaning back in her chair. She's like, oh, I'm about to say thank you to somebody here because somebody actually read the description box. Anyway, Ricky says, and the star of the show, the only kitty who can play Beethoven's Fifth on the piano, note for note, Bubuzen Perito. Right there. Thank you. All right. But that was kind of what I'm laughing at. Okay, what is going on with my glasses? But I have something. Number 1, if you haven't heard, I think it's going to make you smile. Okay? At 3 minutes, 15 seconds in, put this up here. Make it 3:30. Okay. A newly unredacted portion of the Mar-a-Lago search warrant blows kind of a large hole in Trump's defense. Surprise. By noting that multiple documents, how he says, I didn't even know it was there, or I didn't know what was there, and, it just happened to get caught up with my clothes or shoes or knickknacks. A newly unredacted portion of the Mar-a-Lago search warrant blows a rather large hole in Trump's defense by noting that multiple documents contain Trump's handwritten notes on them. Meaning, he can't say he had no idea they were there. He wrote all over them. Thank God for stupid criminals. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I mean, the question comes down to, will he be able to even have any sort of viable defense in court, because thank you, Fran. Oh, thank you, Deb. Oh, yes. Remind me again why Trump's rear end isn't in jail right now. Yeah. His handwriting is on the top secret documents that he's not supposed to have. Desmond Rodriguez says, isn't that yet another charge? I don't think you can write on classified documents. I don't know. Unbelievable, but we believe it because, yeah. Any kind of defense. What I've been getting is no, that there's no, they don't have, even Judge Trump side canon is just like, I can't, what can I do? I can't do anything here. Look at this. He blows holes in his own defenses. Really? Oh my gosh. Yes, Selma, why isn't he in jail? You are asking a fellow member of the choir. Empress. Yeah, we can see. We okay, Three of Swords. You betrayed the country. Queen of Wands. You and people around you. Emperor. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is your argument. This is the upshot of the arguments he's been making is, I was the president, I can do what I want. He's even admitted, and we have him on tape, saying, I can't declassify this because I'm not still the president. Let me summarize what I think will be the reaction to his basic defense. Presidents are not kings. Is not president. You think you were the emperor, but you're not anymore, and you admitted it on tape. You betrayed the country. You're not alone in that, and your time has passed. Yeah, Joyce Matthews. Not I'd better make a deal, but quick. Yeah. Unbelievable. He wrote all over them. Really? Oh, yeah. Fool. Do I need to explain? Three of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Death card. This is really serious. Temperance. Nine of Cups. Okay, this energy is like super sober, serious energy that just kind of went thunk. And it's whatever plans he had to try to save his financial hide because he's such a bad business person. I wonder if, wasn't there already some talk that he or Kushner or somebody turned over some information and some spies around the world were unalived? And it's going to take time to actually track down. It's going to take years to actually track down where all the information went. Yeah, you're toast. You are burnt toast. Oh, what a moron. Denise asked, why was he writing on them? What info can they get from his notes? Ha ha! Denise, Denise Gerardo, that is the question. At 10:30, 10 minutes, 30 seconds in, do Trump's notes, these top secret documents, implicate him in more crimes? Good question, Denise. Fran Urbina says, I watched somewhere that Trump has bankrupted GOP. In some places, yeah, he's siphoning off all the money from the suckers. Oh, all right. So this Sharpie, like drawing the line where the hurricane was supposed to go. Wow. Two of Wands. That's communication. It is communication. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. 10 of Cups. 6 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. All right. I don't have Major Arcana here. But this feels very bad. This Charity, giving this information away. It's possible he wrote something about, I mean, if you look at the other notes he's written on things that have come out over the years, it's like, send this to so-and-so ? That's not an unusual thing for him to write on something. So we are going to be very pleased because he's going to be in so much trouble. Yeah, I would not be surprised because what I'm feeling, it's just, he's done, dusted, finito. I don't know how else to put it. So, oh boy. All right, so let us make friends with a former Republican representative, actually. At 13 minutes in, I know it seems odd. No. Let's make a new friend, shall we? Former Republican Representative Denver Riggleman of Virginia is really tired of the Hunter Biden conspiracy theories and theorists. Riggleman has a forensic tech background and a reputation impeccable enough that Pelosi trusted him to assist the January 6th committee with sorting through all the data from emails and text messages. Okay? Essentially, Riggleman has pulled all of the laptop data. There's no laptop. Show me a laptop. Show me the picture. An iPad, whatever that was, MacBook, whatever it was. Show me a picture of the actual thing. Doesn't exist. Anyway, Riggleman has pulled all of the laptop data and combed through it to discover that it's nearly all completely fabricated. He has the ones and O's to prove it. It said in the article, along with other evidence of conspiracy planning, such as phone messages and text data among the likes of Rudy, Bannon, etc. Riggleman is also a lawyer and has joined Hunter Biden's legal team. So how effective is Riggleman going to be in helping all of us? Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Yes, John, I'm with you. He's joined Hunter Biden's legal team. Denver Riggleman of Virginia. Queen of Pentacles. I'm a Republican and I've got the stuff. There you go. Ten of Cups. Sun. The World. The Star. Judgment. I'd say he's going to be very important. He can go through this thing piece by piece if needed. This is false. This doesn't have metadata. This doesn't, that doesn't, this doesn't, that doesn't. This was never sent to Hunter Biden. This was, and he is very sure that it's a fabrication. This does not feel like he has any doubt in his mind. Yeah, Sharon Rice, 4 out of 5 major cards. Major Arcana. Yeah. Major Arcana coming to light. Major Arcana World. End of this chapter, this book of garbage. Star, which is hope, which is also being a star center of attention. And Judgment. Big ol' serious Major Arcana Judgment. John France says Repubs may kick him out of the club of evil. They do it for the evils with the Z. Oh, it's just glorious. So, yeah. Bless you, Denver Riggleman, for being a man of conscience. All right. Oh, and it just keeps getting better. It all just keeps getting better. Guess what we're going on to next? At 1720, Fani Willis convenes a new session for her grand jury investigating Trump tomorrow. Tomorrow is July 11th, 2023. Now, my understanding, oh my gosh, Aiden reads tarot. Hello, Aiden. Do follow Aiden Reads Tarot. He is fantastic. Anyway, Fani Willis convenes a new session for a grand jury investigating Trump on the morrow, putting us firmly back on indictment watch. Could we see movement soon? The thing about this, though, I've got to say, is I thought the kind of sessions, the like court session started like on July 20th. So that would mean we have some time, because once the grand jury brings an indictment, you can delay, but you don't want to delay that long. But as soon as you indict somebody, they need to be arraigned within X many hours. So, but I want to say that the 20th is a week from Thursday. That's not very long. And the energy's good. Are we on indictment watch? Oh, Michelle L. says it's not a special grand jury under Georgia rules, but it's a regular jury that can indict. Special grand juries cannot indict. Even better. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Oh, aggressive law enforcement. Knight of Swords. Thank you very much. Ace of Pentacles. The material things. The Page of Pentacles. Justice. whammo, right in the middle, in the sun, about the attempted victory. They've got a few things to finish up, is what this feels like. Just a few things. It's not a lot. Crossing some T's, dotting some I's. But whammo, justice right in the middle, everything coming out about the, So just give them a few days, give them maybe a week, you know what I mean? Just give them a little time, just a little, but then, oh, it's going to be glorious. I like that suburban housewife. It's the justice dance. Oh, you're doing the, you can dance if you want to. We won't leave justice behind. Because Trump can't dance and I'd have to sit down and work on it. Oh, Juniper's Tarot and Magic. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Thank you. Anyway, oh, glorious, glorious. Okay, and did I say it was good? Did I say it gets better because it gets better? At 22 minutes in. We're learning that Jack Smith's deep dive into the Sydney Diet Dr. Pepper Powell-led crazy meetings in the White House. Remember that in December of 2020? Jack Smith's deep dive into that crazy meeting is actually to prove if Trump had criminal intent in an attempted election overturning. Essentially, if he literally wanted to stage a coup. Could Trump be in way more trouble than he thinks? Than perhaps even we think? Shell's asking, do a twirl so we can see the curls. All right, Jack Smith. Hey, Jack, how's it going? He's so mad. He's so angry at Trump. He's so disgusted and angry at Trump, and I don't blame him. 5 of Pentacles. I'm not saying he would necessarily say this exact thing, but the energy I'm getting is like Jack Smith saying, I'm going to nail every one of them to the wall. Yeah. Thank you, Suburban Housewife. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Sheila. Oh, thank you, everybody. All right. 7 of Cups. The Moon. I got a big old thief card right in the middle. 7 of Wands. 7 of Swords. Sun and... yeah, we're going to go do the thing. You morons. Knight of Wands. Extremists. Lying. Biden didn't win. Oh, no. Yes, he did. Trying to stir up as much as possible to steal an election. And Jack Smith is going to bring it to light for all of us to see, the whole world to see what these jerks did to try to destroy democracy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's not playing. No. Let's see if there's any more. Trump. Seditious conspiracy, sedition, insurrection, Queen of Pentacles. Temperance. Seven of Wands. Five of Cups. It's what's really going to be important is the testimony of the people who were in, say, that meeting and others saying, that's insane. You can't do that. They are key. And saying to the writers themselves, go home, which Trump waited how many hours before he did? And just the sadness of the loss of, yeah, they're yep, it's coming. Michelle L. says that meeting was held at the White House on December 20th. The following night is when members of Congress were called to the White House for a planning meeting. Quote from Empty G, who attended. All right. Next question is actually from Michelle at 26:30. While the cards indicate Fani Willis will be the next to indict Perp 45, will Jack Smith get in before her with January 6 indictments for those lower on the status ladder, like members of Congress? Cheryl Clark, fake elector scheme too. Oh, absolutely. Tishelle says, cuckoo, kachoo. He is an idiot. He is a moron. Cuckoo, kachoo. All right, howling at the moon. How dare you hold Republican leaders responsible for their own actions? Lies about the election. Four of Pentacles. They couldn't win. It's possible. It's possible they could go for some low lifes. So many of them are. For some people of lower status involved, like maybe some of the, but they're already talking to some of the fake electors. Some of them have already flipped. So, it's possible that they want to get some of them in to put in their guilty verdicts before they can get, rewarded in some way. Pamela Bryan says, oh, just who's going to come first? Will it be Fani or Jack? I've been getting Fani Willis, but the sun burns bright. Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Justice. It feels like Fani Willis. It was a perfect phone call. I could do what I wanted, but there was a plan. And this Justice card right here. It feels like Fani Willis. So we'll see. I'm not picky. Prove me wrong. Just please, please. All I ask is bring good cases with good evidence to court. That's all I want. I don't want anybody remotely involved in any of this. I don't wish them harm. I don't want them hurt. But I do want justice. So now this just blows my mind, because you would think, oh, come on. Alex Jones, eventually he'll learn his lesson about, if not, maybe, he might be learning his lesson sort of about Sandy Hook, but maybe, maybe 20, let's do 2945 on this one. 2945. Alex Jones believes that Biden. I can't. I can't. This is such garbage. This is such garbage. Alex Jones believes Biden is having Secret Service people unalived to cover up the real cocaine cocaine story. And on his show, he is praying to God to destroy the world to save the children. Okay, number one, does he actually believe that? Does he actually believe that Biden is having Secret Service agents unalived to cover up a cocaine? Rose Blue says, "Don't read on this BS." No. I want to know. Do you actually believe that? Do you actually believe that? Oh, he gets a lot of attention and money. Page of Pentacles, Temperance. Seven of Wands. Mostly no. Mostly he doesn't believe it. Part of him is paranoid. So, but it makes him money. I mean, he's still an awful person in person, apparently. And when he went through that whole divorce thing, that was ugly. But it makes him a star. It makes him money. These are both major arcana. He doesn't believe all of it, but it's considering how much he's been attacked. It's like, well, maybe there is something there. No, it couldn't possibly be that you were talking a bunch of garbage for a long time, but a bunch of hateful garbage, and you were held accountable for that. No, that can't be it. So anyway, 3 cards. So Alex Jones. Ick. The Bright Sun, 10 of Swords, Devil, Chariot. Well, part of it is he's slowly spiraling. When he was held accountable during the first, Lynott says he admitted in court he doesn't believe the garbage he spews. He believes some of it because if it matches his paranoia. The fact that he says he doesn't believe it, and he says that in court, he would lie in court in a heartbeat to help himself. That's also what I get. Entertainment only, YouTube. That's what I believe. But yeah, doxing him. He needs to generate money to replace what he has to pay out. Exactly. And this is what the 10 of Swords, he's legally, he needs money. So just go to town. Just go to town. The big dog and pony show. It's the worst. The devil's in control of the world. Spellmoss says he was caught lying in court. Lynott Sparkle says his ex Kelly says he's spiraling. I know a lot of people think she's problematic. I like her. I don't know anything about her. Thank you. Yeah, ignore him. But so stupid. All right. 3440. 3440. Okay, here we go. The far right is reportedly engineering a flood of conspiracies going into the 2024 election to keep people confused. Who's surprised? Show of hands. Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? far-right is reportedly engineering a flood of conspiracies going into the 2024 election to keep people confused. Will their ploy work? Okay, I was just going to do 3 cards. It felt like 5, at least. There'll be a lot. They're going to throw everything against the wall they can to see if anything sticks. Lies. To quote the Thompson twins, lies, 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 yeah. They're gonna get you. Lovers. Well, it isn't just to weaken the Democratic vote. It's also to get to ramp up their own side, to get them frothing at the mouth, to get them to vote. So lovers, 3 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Judgment, Howling at the Moon. Yeah, they're absolutely trying to get their own people really, really upset. But this, I mean, you would think that this would be the Democrats and fear of the Democrats being happy, and that sleepless nights and judgment raining down and howling at the moon. But I don't know that these actually go together. This feels more like they're trying to make people stress at night because they're stressing themselves. And judgment and howling at the moon, this has to do with all this other stuff that's coming, all of this legal stuff about January 6th. It's not, the energy is not, doesn't go straight from here to election day, because there's so much coming out legally. There's so much coming out. There's a lot between here and there. So will them making up stories work? Maybe with, I mean, with their diehard base, yeah. But with everybody else, because it's one thing to make a bunch of allegations. It's a whole other thing to actually have people bringing charges. So, Okay, well, speaking of stupid ideas, the GOP is full of them, especially the far right. The far right is full of stupid ideas. I can. Three of the GOP frontrunners, Trump, DeSantis, and Scott, want to bomb Mexico to combat drug cartels from bringing fentanyl across the borders. This would not end well, and would more than likely put us at war with Mexico. If the GOP comes to power, is that what would happen? If it was possible for them to get control of the presidency, the House, and the Senate, I get a big no on that, but still, just a thought. Are they really going to start bombing Mexico? World. Can you talk about international condemnation? 8 of Wands. Oh, things flying through the sky. 10 of Wands. Burden. 10 of Pentacles. The Emperor. And the King of Pentacles. Okay, this could very well be something like that happening. I mean, you've got the things flying through the sky, the burden of getting these things around. This is a dynasty with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, these are patriarchy cards, but this is also the right. So yeah, military industrial complex, Republican, especially far-right politicians, would they? It's possible. I'm not getting a no, don't be ridiculous, like I should be getting. But will these idiots gain enough power to start bombing Mexico? Two of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Far right on the defensive. They have a plan, but the far right is their burden. They can plan all they want, but they can't escape Roe v. Wade being overturned. So many, rolling back LGBTQ plus rights, rolling back. So they're not going to get back into power. Just saying. Okay. So at all right, I read on that yesterday. Oh my gosh. Okay. You want to hear the dumbest thing you're going to hear all day? 4140. You are, I'd be floored if you are going to run across a single thing today dumber than this. This is the Pinnacle, I think maybe Nadir might be better. Anyway, back in February, Mitt Romney told George Santos not to sit at the top of the aisle during Biden's State of the Union address because Santos hadn't been there long enough to earn it. So Mittens is telling one of the worst con men in a long time in Congress that you shouldn't sit there. You haven't been here long enough. The elder statesman should get the, right? Fine, whatever. Wait for your brain to explode. Santos now says he's sat on the aisle anyway. He did it anyway because he hasn't. Santos now says he did it anyway because Santos is just like Rosa Parks, and no one can tell him to sit in the back. George Santos, you are no Rosa Parks. Not on any planet, not in any dimension. Just no. Just no. Will this man legally be put out of our misery soon? Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Poor little man. Judgment. Four of Pentacles. Tower. You're toast. This is not having any money. This is Santos not having any money. This is a little match girl card. So when I say he's not going to have any money, he's really not going to have any money. And the rest of his life, you've got massive judgment and the tower. So yeah, he's toast. Bye. Cindy's saying if he's Rosa Parks, I'm George Washington. Yeah. Anne says, I'm surprised you didn't say he was Rosa Parks. That's hysterical. Yes. Yes. And Tigress of Forley just says barf. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. So Anna had a question. 44, 45. Just generally wanting to know, how's Biden doing? Card down. Hold, please. Oh, come on. Little CPR on the card. It's okay. It's okay. All right. 30. Biden. How you doing? How you doing, Uncle Joe? Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. The World card here, but it was stuck like that. That's the World card. The card facing it, Judgment. And Eight of Wands. Bless. He's in for quite a fight for 2024, but it absolutely the best thing he could say is what he has been saying, which is, don't compare me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative. And the alternative is so heinous. Let me see. Uncle Joe, Queen of Cups. There we can see him up, moving around, talking to people. Knight of Swords, Chariots, yeah, big. Six of Wands. He's going to do everything he can to make sure there is not a Republican victory. He's not interfering with the DOJ, but he is very much waiting to see what Fani Willis or anybody, what charges they're bringing against the other side, because this is the race for the White House. This is the whole big showy thing. And to some extent, it kind of behooves him to take a little bit of a step back, in the same way that Jack Smith and the other people on his team didn't try to put restrictions on Trump during his arraignment in Florida. It's like, what, you don't want a gag order? You don't? It's like, no, not us. Because they knew Trump would incriminate himself, say horrible things that could be used against him. Well, to some extent, when your enemies are failing, struggling, let them. He comes out every once in a while. Joe Biden comes out every once in a while and talks about Bidenomics and the good that he's done. But to some extent, just let them flail. Let justice play out. And keep some of your powder dry. So he seemed okay. I mean, he's not a spring chicken, but none of us are. So. Rafferty, that second thing is not something I would say on my channel. Okay. Yes, and Trump is heinous. All right. And what have we got here? 49 minutes in. Kristen from Uncover the News had a question. Thank you for all the news you bring, Kristen. If DeSantis loses the primary for the presidency, will he declare Florida to leave the U.S.? I don't think he can. I'm really thinking no one, not even the governor, has the power to just do that. But maybe get some of his crony. No, I think he wants other plans so he can continue to erode people's rights. Aggressive law enforcement, Six of Pentacles, Magician. Nah. No, he's got other heinous things he wants to do. Even if he's not in politics anymore, he'll just keep working to try to take away decency and be cruel and yeah. Janelle Espinoza says he can't do that. Yeah. Rose Blue says nope, nope, nope. Yep. Sorry, I'm stumbling on some of my words today. All right. Lisa had a question at 5030. There was a reader saying that somebody would that Putin would be buying the farm. Let's put it that way. Another said it would be a Putin body double. What are the energies around the real Putin? Disgusting, vile, sickly, heinous. The man has the energy of a serial killer. He just has a bigger office. And he's, by the way, he's losing the war. Bigly. There's been a huge run on the ruble, I believe. Ruble. Yeah. Starting to really struggle with my words here. The ruble. Big financial problems right now. Four of Pentacles full and Five of Swords. Economy's crashing. This is adding insult to injury. This would be all the losses and in the war, and he's made to look a fool because he is one. He's just a cruel one. So those are the energies around Putin. Is he going to stick around for a while? Rose Blue says yes, the ruble is in free fall. Thank you. And says they changed the Constitution after the Civil War. No state can secede from the Union. No one state? I don't know. 10 of Wands. The burden of your own stupidity. Howling at the moon. 10 of Cups. You're losing. 8 of Wands. He's still going to throw the kitchen sink. I've got a mental image of Putin himself like picking up a kitchen sink and trying to throw it. But he can't. Russia cannot fight against the sheer amount of munitions and everything that Ukraine is getting. So that's all I'm getting around him. Ew. But. Oh, wow. So I already read on Texas air conditioning in prisons. I read on that yesterday. So I think that's all of my questions for today. But just go on with your day, just remembering that Trump's own handwriting is on the top secret documents. Former Republican Representative Denver Riggleman has joined Hunter Biden's team and knows what he's talking about. And Fani Willis convenes a new session for a grand jury investigating Trump tomorrow, putting us firmly back on indictment watch. So when I tell you, you're not alone, we're in this together, and Lordy, there are good days ahead, I mean it. So thank you, everybody. It is 1:15 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. To do Creative Sprints, you're always welcome. We just want to encourage you. It's free. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I am here every single day of the year. Every single one. Every holiday. Everything. I'm here. And I'll be back tomorrow. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you right back here tomorrow.